Whatcha Watchin Wednesday. We do a little Rotten Tomatoes deep dive into a new show that you could be binging. What are we looking at today, Allison?
This was inspired by a text conversation I had with Robyn. She was like, oh my gosh, I've got to watch Netflix's new true crime documentary series, American Murder, Laci Peterson. And I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I think I've seen some American Murder thing. I think it was about Laci It wasn't. It was a totally different one.
Oh, so you thought that you had watched a show and you hadn't.
I had to go back and text her again and be like, now I feel bad because I thought I had seen it and I definitely haven't. But now I have.
I am grateful that we've gotten to an era now where the true crime stuff is about true crime that I actually remember. Like, I remember watching the news about Laci Peterson whenever I was a kid.
Absolutely. So the synopsis on Rotten Tomatoes for this series is Laci Peterson was 8 months pregnant when she vanished, sparking a search that ended in tragedy. This docuseries delves into the 2002 murder case.
Wow, 22 years ago that happened.
Isn't that crazy? It makes you feel old.
Aaron didn't like it. This documentary was conjured up by the butthurt detectives that still have tunnel vision. 100% circumstantial. Don't waste your time. Is that Scott Peterson's alias?
Yeah, I mean, this guy, you should have seen his full review because it was like they were out to get Scott. They only had Scott in mind. Blah, blah, blah. It was just this diatribe for Scott. Gemma loved the series, however. Her review says, great documentary, really puts everything into actual perspective of how it all went down.
A 5-month trial was reduced to 20 minutes, and that's okay, Laura writes, because it wasn't about the trial. It was about the people and the community. It wasn't all about Scott, so she liked it too.
Yeah, I'm totally with the people who liked it. I liked that it gave perspective. I mean, you did see Scott's family and how they are still like, he's innocent. They've been out to get him. Like, they believe all these theories. But then you also got to see Laci's family and what they're going through and her friends. And it was so interesting to see all of those stories mixed into this because, like you said, growing up watching the news cycle of this and seeing that side of just all the facts and what news outlets were saying, it totally dehumanizes it, and this rehumanized that story.
Audience score 82% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the show's too new for an actual tomato meter score, but the audience liked it. Did you like it? Did you watch it?
Loved it.
You liked it?
Loved it. Would highly recommend if you love true crime.